Imagine this. You are on a plane with your friends and family, heading toward an exciting destination. But suddenly, the aircraft crashes into a freezing, desolate mountain range. There's no food, no help, and no way out. The temperature drops to minus 30 degrees Celsius at night. Days pass, starvation sets in, and then you are faced with an unthinkable choice: to eat the bodies of those who died to stay alive. This is the true story of Uruguayan Air Force Flight 571, one of the most shocking survival stories in history, known as the Miracle of the Andes. On October 13, 1972, Flight 571 took off from Montevideo, Uruguay, bound for Santiago, Chile. On board were 45 passengers, including members of the Old Christians rugby team and their families. But as they approached the Andes Mountains, bad weather reduced visibility. The pilots miscalculated their position, and then disaster struck. The plane crashed violently into a snow-covered mountain. The impact tore the wings off and split the fuselage in half. 12 people died instantly. The rest were stranded in one of the harshest environments on Earth, with no food, no shelter, and no way to call for help. The survivors faced freezing nights with temperatures dropping below minus 30 degrees Celsius. The thin mountain air made breathing difficult. They tried to ration what little food they had: some chocolate bars, a few bottles of wine, but it wasn't enough. Days turned into weeks, and soon starvation took hold. They melted snow for water. They huddled together for warmth. But as their bodies weakened, they realized something horrifying. They had no other food left. Then came a moment of unbearable desperation. They were left with only one option: eating the bodies of those who had died. First, it was unthinkable, but with no plants, no animals, and no hope of rescue, survival instincts took over. Some refused, others cried as they took their first bite. It was not just about surviving. It was about overcoming the deepest human moral dilemmas. Just when they thought things couldn't get worse, an avalanche struck their wreckage. Snow poured into the fuselage, trapping them alive. 8 more survivors perished under the crushing weight of the ice. Those who remained had to dig themselves out with their bare hands. After 60 days, 2 survivors, Nando Paradu and Roberto Canessa, decided to do the impossible. They would climb the Andes and walk for help. They had no maps, no climbing gear, just determination. After a brutal 10-day journey, frostbitten and exhausted, they finally found a Chilean farmer. That moment changed everything. A rescue mission was launched, and on December 23, 1972, after 72 days in the Andes, 16 survivors were finally rescued. When the world heard their story, shock turned into amazement. These 16 people had defied all odds to survive the impossible. Their story became a symbol of human resilience, courage, and the power of the will to live. But it also raised deep ethical questions. Was their decision justified? What would you have done in their place? The Miracle of the Andes remains one of the most unbelievable survival stories in history. What do you think about their decision? Could you have survived? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible real-life stories.